Hello, my dear friends. I'm Mr. Sean Rabbit, and I'll tell you terrible stories. Early in the morning of July 2004, a beautiful girl in a white sundress with pink flowers ran out of the entrance of an apartment building. The beauty did not look her best that morning. Tearful and upset, she quickly got into a taxi that was waiting for her at the porch. It was 19-year-old Katie, whose disappearance story then excited the entire region. That July morning, she experienced one of the most difficult moments in her life. She learned about her boyfriend's betrayal with her friend. The girl asked the taxi driver to take her to her mother's apartment. Since then, no one has seen her again. Katie was often compared to the Italian singer and actress Romina Power. The same slender figure, expressive eyes, sweet smile, and long brown hair. As it will become known later, there are common episodes in their fates. The actress's daughter disappeared, and Katie herself disappeared. A few hours before her disappearance, Katie found out that her boyfriend had cheated on her with her friend. Katie was shocked. How could a guy cheat and a friend betray? A beauty and a smart girl, admired by many, could not even imagine that this could happen to her. That fateful morning, Katie returned home at dawn. It was around 4 o'clock. Upset and excited, she entered her grandmother's apartment. In her room, Katie began to sort things out with her boyfriend on the phone. It was difficult to contain her resentment, anger, and tears. The conversation was loud and emotional. Grandma came to her door and made a remark, asked her not to make noise. Grandfather had to get up early for work in the morning. "I can leave completely, so as not to disturb anyone," the girl shouted, and decided to go to her mother's apartment. At 5 a.m., Katie called a taxi and ran out of the apartment, slamming the door. At 5:30 a.m., she called her mother again and said that she had arrived and was going to bed now. She promised to call back when she woke up, but she never got in touch again. After 2 p.m., Katie's mother called her daughter, but her mobile was switched off. All she could hear from the receiver was that the subscriber was temporarily unavailable. The woman was at work, on duty, for 24 hours. When her mother returned from her 24-hour shift, the apartment greeted her with oppressive silence. Her daughter was not at home, but it was obvious that she had spent the night there. The unmade bed, an unfinished bottle of Sprite by the bed. But where was Katie herself? Katie's friend and her boyfriend later told investigators about the text messages they had received from Katie. "You will never see me again." But who knows whether she threw it away in a fit of resentment and anger, or whether she had a monstrous plan. Already in the first days of the case, several oddities were noted that are still unclear. Let's talk about the taxi driver who was driving Katie that morning. He was questioned, but he did not report anything useful for the investigation. He only noted that the girl was very upset. He took Katie to the address, dropped her off, and drove away. The further fate of the passenger is unknown to him. It turned out that her passport mysteriously disappeared, although at the time of the girl's disappearance it was at home. Who took it? When? A page with Katie's photos appeared on the social network Facebook. but the person who created it stubbornly ignored all the messages that the missing girl's relatives sent him. The disappearance of the girl excited the regional center. A group appeared in one of the social networks in which possible versions of what happened are discussed. A report was kept on the work done. In particular, according to the data available to the activists, the group reports that Katie did not cross the border, did not buy plane or train tickets within the country. It was also mentioned that the grandmother, the dormitory guard, allegedly saw the girl in the company of two girlfriends on July 26th, when they entered the dormitory in bathing suits. But this information was neither confirmed nor refuted. Almost 14 years have passed since Katie's disappearance. Katie has still not been found, either alive or dead. The crime has not been solved to this day, and the question of where the girl could have disappeared to in the middle of the city on that July morning remains open.